Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Linda. This is Beyond Brass. And I am so excited to once again be taking part in Rach and Bella's Christmas collaboration. I took part in it last year when my channel was still fairly new, and it was really fun to take part in. So this is the name of it, A Crafter's Christmas Hop. This is the hashtag, and my understanding, if I got this right, is that I'm paired with someone else, and they share their idea, and then I take it further. So I'm paired with Tara at Snips Happen. And our prompt for this is flip tags. She sent me pictures, and she created a folio with flip tags. So I put together, I used an envelope to create it, and I did it all off camera because my understanding is that I build what she built, and then I go further with it, if I understand correctly. If not, I completely failed. So what I did is she put together a folio, her tags. These are the flip tags, and did what she did. But the thing is, you can see her flip tags on and how she put this together in her video, which I will link below. And then I was thinking, well, I make these like tri-fold tags that wrap around a pocket. Ignore the fact that this is definitely not a Christmas journal. So what they are is they're basically a tag, like so. That, and that. So they're like 3 pieces, 1 tag, but they flip around a page, like so. I often do one side as a tuck spot. You could put pockets inside. You can decorate up and add embellishments, which of course is half the fun of doing something like this. I'm going to use pages from Rach and Bella's kit. So what I want to do is I want to use 2 of the background pages. And if you hear a big thumpy noise in the background, it could either be my cat, because he's like, I don't know, he's having fun this morning. Or it could be my dishwasher, which could be why the cat is like trying to talk to me. So I'm thinking I'm going to use these 2 pages from the kit, but you could also use scrapbook paper. This would give you a little bit more heft to it. So I might use this as one side, and then I'm really drawn to the one with the stars. And then I have a bunch of fussy cuts from the kit as well. I'm in love with these little kids. They're so cute. So I am going to be using at least one of the little kids, and then probably other things like these are all prepped and ready to go. They're die cut snowflakes, and then I have used Distress Oxide sprays and some mica powder. I've also cut out little flowers, because flowers almost look like snowflakes, and if you build them right, they will look wintry. Like if you put like that over top, and maybe that, then you have a little cluster, and I'm going to put something like this in the corners of the text. So I'm going to prep by cutting off all the white space and cut this in half so it's 6 inches high. I like my tags to be 3 by 6, so that will be my start. I have cut both these into pieces 6 inches this way, because that's how tall I want my tags. But I like my tags 3 inches wide, so I need to cut them down to 9 inches. So I'm cutting a little piece off of both. So that's now 3 by 9. When I fold it into 3 pieces, it will be, or sorry, it's 6 by 9. When I fold it into 3 pieces, it will be 3 by 9. 3 by 6. 3 by 6. Listen to what I do, not what I say. Keep these little pieces. They make good collage fodder. So you could score these at 3 inches, and I think that might make it easier in order to know exactly where my 3 inches are. I have a little, this is by Bira. It is an envelope punch. It comes with a notch punch that you do something with it. I've never quite... I use it as a scoreboard, or I use the notch punch as a notch punch. Yeah, that's as far as I've got. So I'm going to score at 3 inches, which is here. And I'm going to turn it over because I'm like, it's too small to do 9 inches. It's not that wide. These little scoreboards are like 4.5, 5 inches wide. So you don't have any, like, yeah. So again at 3, turn it over, and 3 again. Be careful when you do it that you don't go ski whiffing over, like, I've done that I think I'm scoring a line and I'm scoring a something or other. It's not a line. And then I'm just going to fold those like so and like so. You might wind up that it is a little tight, but actually no, that's not. By turning it over, it made it nice. There's a little bit of extra on each side. So fold that one and fold that one. Eventually you are going to glue these together, but don't do it yet. I mean, you could, but because I want to do a collage cluster, I want to do all the collaging and put brads in before I put the backing on, because then the backing will cover the brad. And don't worry if they're not 100% even. It's all going to be fine. This is junk journaling. It's all going to be fine. Okay, I really like her. Pick a side, any side. Doesn't matter which side. You could... This is my journal. I finished it. I'm so excited. Which is why I have desk space again. So pick a place where you want it. So this is an envelope journal, so I obviously need it to be somewhere that it will fold over. These will work better if you're doing it on an actual page, not in an envelope journal. However, I think we can make it work because we're inventive that way. I am going to put it, oh, look, I haven't done anything on this little envelope. So this would be a really good place to put it. So in that case, what I want is I want it to go like so. Then it would glue on here and up here, or just here once it's tag shaped. So then this would be a tuck, and then this would open out and open out like so, which would be really good. Just pardon me while I close everything. So this will be where I put it. And lucky me, I didn't cover this page yet. Make sure I didn't lose any of my embellishments. Now what I want to do is, I've got a whole bunch of tags that I've cut the corner off. So I am just going to put that at the edge and cut off both corners like so. And then I'm also going to do that on this, which I am going to fold the same way as the green one. You can make yourself a little template with a credit card or a gift card or something like that that is no longer being used. But I happen to have a stack of these pre-made tags on my desk, so let's just use those. These bows are so cute. Ignore the Craft-A-Lunch on the side of my desk. Now I want to pull out some things to make little snowflakes. This would work, but look at how much that blends in, which is cute, but I want to kind of give it more pop from the background. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So when I'm making these, I pick a color, a bunch of colors. I've got a video for how I did the spray stuff, but you can also find, if you look on Louisa Heinzel's channel, she did a bunch of these flowers with the ink. And that's where I got the idea for how to do these. So it's not my original idea, it's Louisa Heinzel's. I just am rather obsessed with how they work. And I'm rather obsessed with these die cuts that are snowflakes. I think they're just amazing. Might use those. This is the part that takes me a while because I like to kind of build a little, well, a cluster. And I never know quite how I want it to work. So I just kind of pull things out and look at colors and what I've got for die cuts and just build something up and like that. Like that, just, I like the contrast on that. These like will curl up, but they'll flatten out in time in your journal, so don't worry about it too much. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add in a bunch of this webbing stuff. I don't know what it's called. Webbing stuff. I get it on Temu. You can buy it in the roll. I think it's like Korean. I don't know. It's the coolest stuff though. It's very inexpensive. You get 1,000,000 meters of it. Goes forever. It is so versatile and so much fun. And stamens. And I have gold ones for this because gold is so Christmassy. Huh. Look at all the extra string they gave me for free. Nice. Well, not free, but you know. These are so cool. So cool. Let's pull out like 3 of them. Take the little girl off. Now what I do when I build these little clusters is I start to work from what I consider to be the bottom. So on this one, I'm going to glue the flower, this big flower down first. And I am going to use my Bearly Arts. I would recommend, and not the washi tape. That's free. I would recommend using a stronger glue like Bearly Arts or glitter glue, reptile glue, whichever one you have that has strong adherence and quick adherence. Don't use glue stick. It may peel back with time. You want these to stick down if you're not using them layered. If you don't want it layered, just glue in the center. I like my base layer to be glued all the way to the back, and then build on it from there. Other layers may or may not be glued all the way down. It's kind of up to you. And hold it kind of till it starts to stick. It might make your little tag peel up. Don't worry about that so much because we're gonna glue the tag bits together, and they will have strength that way. Now I'm going to glue this a little bit, and again I will glue this probably mostly fully down, which kind of isn't fully down because it doesn't glue. Like so. And don't worry, with something like this, if you lay it all out and you're like, oh, I love that, and then you start to build it and it goes different, don't worry about it. It's paper. It's like part of the fun of this is making it into something. Like, just play with it. Like, I didn't have this in there at all, but I was like, oh, it's sitting there, and I like it. I like that, like, branchy, but it almost looks like crystals of ice as well. Especially the other side, because it's got blue on the other side. So I'm gonna glue that on. About like, so maybe... Again, when you start to layer elements, like these little bits of that white thing, you might not have as many of those stick out when you're all done. Again, don't worry about it. Now, there is a hole in this one piece of ephemera, not that I can see it, but I'm gonna just poke out with my awl. That's where my brad is going to go, and that way I can lay these stamens on either side of the brad. You don't want it to be in the hole of the brad because the brad will pierce your the thread of the stamen, and it may lose some of its stability. So I've learned from trial and error, just kind of put glue on like so, and just like, realistically, all you're doing is you're laying your stamens onto your paper without actually gluing them onto your paper, which might seem a little counterintuitive. But trust the process. Those are just hanging there, not doing anything. Now I'm going to take the next layer I was thinking of. Do you think? Do I want that one? No, they're these ones. These ones. And putting glue on this side because the other side has mica on it. So it will have a little tiny bit of a glimmer on it. Try to get some glue on there. Bit of a pain because it's little. You'll notice that there's a hole in this one. So what I want to do when I glue this on is I want to line the hole of this die cut up with the hole that I created with my awl. And I am going to smoosh this down, and as I smoosh it down, that is going to hold some of the these stamens in place. And that's why I said trust the process, because it's not the glue from the stamens holding that down. It's the glue on the that snowflake die that's holding everything down. And I'm going to put a hole in this again so that I can consider that my middle. And go like so. And just lay that over like so. And then this one, which is not at all a snowflake, nothing even resembling a snowflake. And I should have put a hole in it, the center of it, but I didn't. So let's come from the back, because we know where the hole is on the back. Like so. That's a little off center. I'm not that worried about that. That will perhaps give it character. Character is a thing, right? And brads. Put a brad in there. So, and hopefully, no, it's not. I keep doing this, not putting it, I put it too far in. Like, my whole thing is to smoosh it down with the pair of pliers. Which munched the corner of my tag, but it's still flatter. Yeah, it's still flatter because I want that to be fairly flat for inside a journal. Should actually put that closer to the corner when I do that. I think it would be good to put maybe a label behind her. She blends a little bit much into the background. So these are from the freebies that Rach and Bella had, I think Monday, when they did their video. They did a bunch of freebies. So let's cut one of these out. I think I'll go for the darker one. Or the other darker one. One of these darker ones. And one. Yeah, that looks better. Then you can see the end of her hair, otherwise it kind of blends into the background a little bit much. And perhaps, no, I won't. Normally I would put like grungy cheesecloth behind there, but I think I would prefer not to do that on this one, just because she's too cute for too much grunge. Now, try to remember where I had her. But like that. You could, at any point in time, ink around the edges of this tag, which I don't know if I will in this case. If I do, I would probably use Evergreen Bough. I like that green color. Make sure I have enough glue on her. And add that like so. Now what we have is a tag, and it's definitely like it's complete as is, but it's white on the background, which is one of the reasons for doing the cardstock, because it's not white. Now currently they're not folded the same direction. One is folded, they're basically folded so that the same sides are the right sides, and we want it to be folded so that they are the same way. You wouldn't need to do this if you were using double-sided cardstock, and you can see that they're actually not even. But we're going to trim off some of this white bit when we get there. So I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to use glue stick, and I'm going to put it on the cardstock. Now what I want to do is I want to line up, I'm going to go this way so that I can line up as close as possible those little edges, and I need to line up, okay, maybe that wasn't a good idea. I need to line up the folds. Okay, fold. There we go. Fold. And fold. And where's my little burnishy tool? This is a problem with cleaning my desk off in between crafting sessions, is then I can't find what I'm looking for. Now I need it to fold that way, like so. That's good. Now we're gonna come this way. And like so. This isn't perfect because it's got dimension to it. So if you want to be more careful about it, you can glue the back and the front together first. One of the reasons that I did it this way is I wanted to cover where the brad was, which may not have been the smartest way to do it. And then I can just trim these white bits. Now we have a flip tag. I used a dark cardstock to back mine. If you wanted to be able to write on this inner part, use a lighter cardstock, or when you go to write, use a white gel pen. And I almost threw my pin for my glue on my floor. That would not have been nice. I am now going to glue that onto, where did we determine we were going to put that? There was a red envelope with nothing on it. There we are. This will come on this side. And then these will come out this way. In order to make it flip, you need to glue all of the inner side down on the envelope, and then determine whether you want to make it a pocket on one side or a tuck spot. So if you want to make it a tuck spot, glue it along the bottom and the edge. If you want to make it into a pocket, glue it along 3 sides, so here and here and the bottom. I think for this one, let's glue it, because it's not perfectly straight, let's glue it as if it's a pocket. I know the thing was a flip tag, but it will still be a flip tag on the other side. So it's a flip tag with a pocket. So bonus. Hopefully that's on frame somewhat. It's just glue, only glue. I'm going to put the line of glue along the pocket, not on the tag, just so I know where it is. And then make sure that it's butt up against the envelope, and just push it down. And then what you would do is you would put another tag in here, a little bit smaller than this one. This one's 3 by 6, so you'll need to cut it to about 2.5 by 6 to get it to fit in that pocket nicely. Or you could make like a tall rounded tag would work really well. Now what you have is, it looks like a tag, and then you open your envelope and you have a flip tag. You can put a pocket on here and on here. You can decorate, you could put more fussy cuts on, like that would look really cute. Or, you know, on that side in a pocket. You could put more of these little clusters. You could put different fussy cuts. Just however you wanted to decorate it, you can decorate it. But that's a tag that's a flip and a flip. So you can put all kinds of hidden stuff. You can write on there, which becomes like hidden writing, or you can decorate this one, and then leave these for writing, this one for writing, whatever you wanted to do. So I'm going to give this journal away. So if you would like this journal, leave a comment on the video below, or below this video, or something like that. I will draw on, I think it's the 6th, Monday the 6th of December, for everybody that puts their name in, and maybe put something like, I don't know, just leave a comment. It doesn't matter what you say. So let's do a little flip through, because the last time you saw it, it was mostly undone. So let's have a look at it completed. So little flip at the front. This is blank. I may still cover this with something else on, at least on the inside where that white is. I'll have to wait. Yeah, I probably will. And then lots of flips. So it flips like this. Pocket here. No pockets here or here. So I could add things in here still, because there's lots of time. Pocket here. Pocket here, and then this flips out like this. Pocket here as well. So then this would be the back side. Again, this doesn't have anything on that white, but I'll probably cover it. And then that opens like so, and like so. This has a pocket here, and then a tuck spot here. And this, although this is a big envelope, it's cut down to match the size of the smaller one, so that it didn't have the flap hanging out for part of it. Pocket here, and a pocket here. Pocket here. For a little flippy tag. And another pocket. and a pocket here. And did I mention a pocket here? And then this is our big flip tag thing. So you could journal on these, and then a pocket here. And then we're back, pocket here, and we're back to the front. So around and around. So again, like I said, if you want to enter this journal, to win this journal, just put a comment down below. You don't have to be subscribed, because I don't know that it makes a difference necessarily. And I'm not the kind of person that wants, like, you probably have noticed that I have never said like this video, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just, like, I have a really hard time doing that. So if you want to comment and subscribe, that would be wonderful, but you don't have to in order to be entered to win. And like I said, the flip thing was based on Tara at Snips Happen, on her video. So go check her video out. She shows you how to do the flip tags. Until next time, have a lovely crafty day. Bye.